Star Trek Beyond. Yes, just came back from my local theater from seeing this movie. Now let's talk about it. So the Enterprise gets destroyed by this group of aliens, I forgot what they're called, and this guy, this main villain, Crawl, played by Idris Elba, who destroys the Enterprise because he wants this certain technology that's in the Enterprise. The crew crash lands on this planet, lots of aliens come in, CGI everywhere in this movie. Unfortunately, just J.J. Abrams didn't direct this film. It was directed by Fast and Furious, Justin Lin. And this movie was fun. I enjoyed the heck out of this movie, and honestly, I enjoyed this movie more than Star Trek Into Darkness. I know I'm going to be a small minority on there, but when it comes to Star Trek, like I said, I'm not really the biggest Trekkie. I'm not. And I said that in my last year review for the Star Trek films. But I know how to do the live long and prosper Vulcan hand sign. I know that. But when it comes to Star Trek, I'm not the well explored in this franchise. I love the first 2009 film. I liked Into Darkness, but I didn't like certain aspects of that film. But this film was very fun. I was laughing my butt off in this movie. Now let's get to some of the stuff I really love about this film. The Enterprise crew. Need I say more why they're so great? They were the best part in the 2009 film, and were also one of the big things I really liked about Into Darkness. And they worked very well in this movie. I did felt their camaraderie in this film. They felt more like family in this film, because it's been like, what, 7 years? 7 years? Yeah, 7 years since the first Star Trek, and now we're into Beyond. So they did feel like family in this film. Also did like this new character played by Jayla, who was this alien with white and black face paint. She was very cool too. She kicked a lot of butt in this movie, and she was played by the same actress who played the Blade Runner in Kingsman, which is also awesome. I also did love how Kirk and Spock matured in this film than it did in the last two films. Definitely felt the chemistry between Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto in this film. These two came a long way since that 2009 movie. And same thing with the other cast members in this movie. They came such a long way that the characters have developed over time since this movie. Oops, I had to touch my curtain. Sorry about that. While Bones, well, he's still Bones from that 2009 film. So yeah. Speaking of Bones, I did love the scenes with him and Spock when they were stranded on the planet together. I thought the scenes with them were funny. They were probably the most funniest things about this movie. And that's what I really love about this film. This is the funniest Star Trek film I've ever seen. And Simon Pegg wrote this movie. He added a lot of humor in this movie. He had a lot of humor in the script, and it worked very well. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel hammered in, like, oh, we're trying to be funny, like the last movie I saw. Speaking of that movie I mentioned, the trailer for this movie didn't do it justice. I thought the trailers were pretty bad at trying to force a lot of humor in, but the trailers were wrong. Unlike that last movie. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. The action scenes in this movie is freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome, especially the CGI and the special effects. That's definitely what you gotta say about these big budget blockbuster movies. The special effects are, they kick butt. The special effect kick butt in this movie. They were superb. I love the special effects, especially you see the Enterprise being destroyed in this movie. As soon as the Enterprise destroyed the little things from the side, all break apart. This was actually a little joke I had in the theater when it crashed down to the planet. I'm like, is that the Millennium Falcon? Was that the Millennium Falcon or was that the Enterprise? Despite all that, do I have problems with this movie? Yes. The villain Crawl in this movie has to be my least favorite villain in the 3 Star Trek films that we have had. His plan was very vague in this film for why he wants this certain technology that's in the Enterprise. I thought it was very vague, but other than that, I thought Idris Elba did a good job. Just his plan, I just didn't really get, like, what? I gotta say, this is kind of a worse villain than Nero in the 2009 movie, and I did not like Nero. You know, that's the one thing I didn't like about that movie in the first Star Trek film from 2009. But even though Star Trek Into Darkness is my least favorite in these 3 Star Trek films, Khan has to be my favorite villain. But it's not saying much. That's that film still is my least favorite of these three. All this movie is just an example of big summer blockbuster fun. Go see it. This movie, that's what this movie is. It's fun, but it has substance to it. There are some fun movies that do not have substance, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Ugh. But this movie has substance to it. This movie has a lot of heart, a lot of passion from both Simon Pegg and Justin Lin and J.J. Abrams, who directed the last two films, who also produced this movie, and as well passion from these cast members who have been there since 2009, as well as these new cast members like Idris Elba and Sophia Perlman. I forgot to pronounce her last name, but Star Trek Beyond is a fun time at the movies, and go see this movie right now. Stop this review and go see Star Trek Beyond. I'm serious. Go see this movie. It's great. I'm gonna give Star Trek Beyond an A-. Oh, and by the way, I wore this Star Wars shirt, I Am Your Father from Empire Strikes Back, because I don't have any Star Trek shirts. But I do own some Star Wars shirts, because I'm like that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will be back tomorrow for my review of The Bourne Ultimatum. Stay tuned for this review tomorrow. I have a lot to say about this movie. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of Star Trek Beyond if you've seen it in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, if you are new to my channel and you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.